Space portals exist hidden in the Earth's magnetic field, NASA reveals to us. A favorite theme of science fiction is the portal, an extraordinary opening in space or time that connects travelers to distant realms. A good portal is a shortcut. It's a guide and a door into an unknown, if only they actually existed. Well, it turns out that they may actually do exist, sort of, and a NASA-funded research at the University of Iowa figured out how to find them. We call them X points or electron diffusion regions, explains plasma physicist Jack Scudder. He's from the University of Iowa. He says they're places where the magnetic field of the Earth connects to the magnetic field of the Sun, creating an uninterrupted path leading from our own planet to the Sun's atmosphere, which is 93 million miles away. Observations by NASA's Themis spacecraft and Europe's cluster probe suggest that these magnetic portal openings they open and close dozens of times each day. They're typically located a few tens of thousands of kilometers from Earth, where the geomagnetic field meets the onrushing solar wind. Most portals are small and short-lived. Others are yawning, vast, and sustained. Tons of energetic particles can flow through the openings, heating Earth's upper atmosphere, sparking geomagnetic storms, and igniting bright solar polar auroras, the northern lights and southern lights. NASA is planning a mission called MMS, short for Magnetospheric Multiscale Mission, and supposedly it's already out there to study the phenomenon. Bristling with energetic particle detectors and magnetic sensors, the 4 spacecraft are to spread out the Earth's magnetosphere and surround the portals to observe how they work. And this was supposedly to be launched in 2014. Just one problem, though, finding them. Magnetic portals are invisible, unstable, and they're elusive. They open and close without warning, and there are no signposts to guide us. This is what Scudder notes. Actually, there are signposts, and Scudder has found them. Portals form via the process of magnetic reconnection. Mingling lines of magnetic force from the Sun and Earth crisscross and join to create the openings. The X points are where the crisscross takes place. The sudden joining of magnetic fields can propel jets of charged particles from the X point, creating an electron diffusion region. And to learn how to pinpoint these events, Scudder looked at data from a space probe that orbited Earth more than 10 years ago. He says in the late 1990s, NASA's polar spacecraft spent years in Earth's magnetosphere. He says that Scudder says that it encountered many X points during its mission. Because polar carries sensors similar to those of MMS, Scudder decided to see how these X points looked to polar. He said, using polar data, we found 5 simple combinations of magnetic field and energetic particle measurements that tell us when we've come across an X point or an electron diffusion region. A single spacecraft, properly instrumented, can make these measurements, he said. This means that a single member of the MMS constellation using the diagnostics can find a portal and alert other members of the constellation. Mission planners long thought that MMS might have to spend a year or so learning to find portals before it could study them. Scudder's work shortcuts the process, allowing MMS to get to work without delay. It's a shortcut worthy of the best portals of fiction, only this time the portals are real, and with the new signposts, quote unquote, we know how to find them. This is from NASA information. So according to NASA, the Sun plays a crucial role in creating these portals. And so this is something challenging to think about. Could stars be used as portals? And we remember from the videos of SOHO with UFOs interacting and even flying in and out of the Sun. And this is what Nassim Haramein was showing us. He's got lectures on YouTube concerning this. Yes, SOHO images showing UFOs flying into and out of the Sun. And he says they must be using it as portals of some kind. This is on Humans Are Free and Creative Commons by Alexander Light. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.